Hey, I'm Graham Farmer. I run a company called Data Transmission. I've done that for 15 years. Basically, Data Transmission is an online music blog and website and radio station and three record labels in the dance music space. We're really well known in that space because I've been doing it so long. And then basically in 2017, I started working with a young DJ and I kind of grew him on just by me and him working together. He then kind of shot off on his own way. And from that, I learned loads about what I didn't really know. Like didn't know what I knew. And then basically I started putting that out online on YouTube. And I started watching Sonny's videos way back and essentially turned that into my YouTube channel, what it is now. And then I started coaching DJs and producers for a while. And I coached 300 DJs over a 2-year period, grew some of them quite well, but then it was kind of got to this ceiling point where I couldn't get any further. Then I've now built my course, and I run a course called the Artist Blueprint, as well as running my company and my radio station and my record label. So I'm a busy boy. So the problem in my business is, well, we have Data Transmission, which is an online business, and over 15 years we've gone through staff and we've come down to me working, and that just sort of runs along its side and it does its thing. And the problem was then I started doing this coaching thing and I got to a ceiling point. I was still working all the hours on DT, but also working so many hours on doing coaching, and I just couldn't get any more in. So then I knew I kind of wanted to take it to a place where it was online and I wanted to have it as a course. And it was like, well, then that was the point where I was like, well, I knew that Sonny was doing it because I was still watching all her videos. It was like, right, I'll jump in and do the course because I knew that would take it to the next place. And that would then open up more time for me first and foremost, and just create a product. And I knew that I always wanted to create a product that allowed me that a bit more freedom, but also just with products, it's tangible, it's easy. You can sell a product, people can buy a product, and it makes it a much easier lifestyle for yourself. It also then, since then, I've kind of productized Data Transmission a bit more, and that's actually growing on its own. So the problems for me is managing all my time and managing like how I still keep growing Data Transmission while also trying to be Graham Farmer, the YouTuber, the course person, the course creator. That is definitely an issue still, but it's sort of getting better over time, and it's getting easier over time. So when we started doing a pop, it basically gave me a lot of fun straight away, which is good because we were coming out of COVID and dance music was hit hard in COVID. Like lots of our friends lost their businesses because we're in an industry where people go out and party and you can't go and party. So we were quite lucky because we were kind of artists. We were already getting a bit more artist focused already. And obviously I was doing coaching anyway, but it still gave me a nice pot, which kind of allowed me to do what I wanted. Like it allowed me a freedom and a bit more breathing room after coming out of COVID. Like I said, it also gave me this product. I did the first pop and that was really fun. And I built the first pop and it went down well, and essentially got loads of great testimonials about it. And then I basically thought, oh, I'll do a second pop straight away afterwards, just to kind of really test the momentum and see how it was going. I launched my second pop and that was selling well. And basically, whilst that was selling, I got signed up by Twitch as a creator at the same time. And it was a lot of money, and they signed me up because of what I'd done on YouTube, and they wanted me to take all my YouTube content to a live platform on Twitch, which I'm still doing today. I'm still streaming 3 times a week. And again, then it was like trying to manage my second pop and my 60 hours of streaming I had to do a month to come up with that budget, which is mental. And then essentially, basically, because of that money, I hired staff, and it allowed me staff. For the first time in a long time, I had a staff that come in to help me edit videos. And then when coming out of that deal with Twitch, it was like, right, I still need to pay these staff, and having the course and having someone editing my videos has now allowed me to keep that staff. It's allowed me to grow the business. It's allowed me to really push the business on. And because of my YouTube channel, because of my Twitch stream, because of the course, it's allowed me to speak. I've been speaking at conferences. I spoke at 3 conferences this year already. I'm speaking in different countries, 3 different countries. And we're still kind of growing the course. We're still kind of growing the YouTube channel and getting our heads around YouTube, which has been fun because the channel's evolved over time, and it's been kind of hard getting that into a place where it's actually now delivering, which is great. But it really has had a massively positive impact. It's allowed me to keep the staff. It's allowed me to, again, have a product that just allows me to push in the way that I want to push forward now as Graham Farmer, but also still Data Transmission is still massive and it still does its thing, you know. We hit £100,000 in sales a couple of months ago from the investment we put in for obviously the course. We cleared that in the first pop. I actually borrowed the money off my mom, and like it was a massive we were like, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I was like, we've got to go in. You've got to invest in yourself. But then since then, we've done 100 grand, which I'm so happy with. And like I said, I've been able to keep this editor, and we're now making doing so much cool content. We've improved our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel, it started as Data Transmissions, and it was a music channel. And then I started putting on my help content when I started watching some of these videos back in 2017, and that wasn't getting much reach. And it was like, why is it not getting any reach? Because I'm spending all this time making this video content. And then since doing the YouTube part of the AA, it's like, well, now I basically took all the music off and started basically how we've had to re-educate YouTube's algorithm or what our content is and what our channel is about. And that's taken a while because we're still not like proper hockey sticking yet, but we'll get there. And we're always trying to improve and trying to make the content better and trying to get better YouTube videos out. But it's allowing me that time to do it. It's allowing, I've got a team member that can help me now as well. So that's a definite tangible. We're growing a little bit on YouTube. I'm not really worried about subscribers. I'm just worried about how it's converting, and it is converting, so it's good for me. The speaking thing has always been I wanted to do, because obviously I'm streaming so much. I'm speaking a lot on live, so being allowed to take that to an actual live place is mental. Which is also weird because sometimes I get like 12,000 people watching me on a live stream, but then I go and stand in front of 10 faces, and I'm like, oh, it's weird, but it's cool. And but it's allowing me to do that as well, which I'm so happy about. Like, it's definitely a fun environment we have now here. I stream from my shed in my garden, and we just be idiots most of the time and create fun content, and it's great. But also have a really sustainable business. It's really running well for us. I would definitely tell people to invest in the Authority Accelerator program. I think it's amazing. I think the program you've built and Tony built is bang on. I think it tells you and it gives you the tools to create a course, but also work out who your course is for, which is always the most important thing. Like with anything, you've got to work out who you're selling to first. And then once you've done that, then it makes it so much easier. And literally just before we have this call, I actually made another sale from a webinar that I did at the beginning of the week. And I wouldn't have known to do that if I had not done this course. And I definitely 100% tell people to go and do it. Like I've told one of my friends to do it, and he's now doing it, and he's now a member. So anyone that sort of starts in this path where you're building your own brand and you're building stuff around your hobby is essentially and what you're really passionate about, then take it to that next level and turn it into a platform that you can turn into a business and turn into, a happy life for yourself.